5, 6, 7, 8.
Push, go, move. No, there's room between the upstage door. It's too fast. It's too fast. Too fast. Lift her down.
Guillaume Cote is not used to being a rookie.
A new wave of energy.
As a dancer, he's the National Ballet of Canada's biggest male star, but as a choreographer, he is unproven.
This is a make or break opportunity for a choreographer like me. I've been dancing all over the world for a long time, and that part of my career is not insecure. So I go back to the bottom of the ladder a little bit here as a choreographer.
Yeah, it's getting better.
When the National Ballet gave him the green light to choreograph a full-length new production, The Little Prince, they took a big risk. Cote also really needs this to work. At 34, he's in the final decade of his career as a dancer. In December 2014, Cote suffered an injury that could have ended his career.
If this doesn't do well, then it may be tough for me to recover, not only personally, but I think also just internationally. It's going to gather a lot of attention, so hopefully it's as good as I hope it can be.
Cote's boss, Karen Kane, understands. She, too, was a dancer who successfully reinvented herself. As the artistic director of the National Ballet, she oversaw some blockbuster productions like Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Romeo and Juliet.
We have a legacy of creating new work, and we continue that. But it doesn't get any easier. just paying for it all.
And
$2 million. That's how much it takes to get a production like this off the ground.
I'm all in. The National Ballet is all in, and we have the highest hopes for it to be spectacular and a lasting production, something that will serve the company for decades to come.
So they go like this.
The man in black wings might help make those hopes a reality.
Then you have the wings like that.
Michael Levine is a Canadian internationally renowned for his innovative costumes and set designs. With 3 months to go to opening night, it's all hands on deck at the National Ballet's wardrobe department.
Brilliant. We're on our way.
The second part of Levine's job, set design, was even harder work.
And one of our first ideas was one to cover the whole stage with dry ice. But then, in fact, we had a test. After, 5 minutes, dry ice produces a kind of greasy residue that leaves in the face, so it's not so good for women on point. So that sort of blew that design idea out of the water.
Tell me, what's going on here? What do we have happening behind us?
Here in this area here,
At a warehouse on the outskirts of Toronto, we meet construction consultant Gord Graham.
this is the chair that Michael and Guillaume think is going to go around with a dancer on it doing handstands. Now,
And we can see this is
this
holding the whole weight.
holds the entire weight, but it revolves.
Graham's job is to oversee steelwork and carpentry that help bring the fantasy of ballet to life. He says this is one of the biggest productions he's ever worked on.
I think there's about 18 guys who've been working on and off it throughout the year, which is, for the size of the show, it's pretty incredible.
Pick her up, and you turn that way, correct?
Back at the ballet studio, things are not moving as quickly as Guillaume Cote would like them to. It's 2 months before the show, and most of Cote's dancers are away performing in Ottawa.
I'm getting more and more nervous as the days go by because I'm here with a few principals, so I get to work with the leads, so the Little Prince and the Rose, but I'm actually not having the entire company yet. Good. The only thing is I liked it when it was on an angle.
Cote has the full trust of his principal dancers. They're normally his peers and his friends, and they say he's let them contribute their own ideas and moves more than any other choreographer would.
We're not usually there. We, as the dancers, come in at the tail end. It's a little bit more of an instruction of how it'll come together, whereas with this piece, we were literally there in the room inventing the ideas, and we're trying to give some of our input, and I found that incredibly inspiring.
3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2.
Coté was adamant about The Little Prince having a new, original score, at once modern and as hummable as Tchaikovsky.
3, 4, perfect. 5, 6, 1.
He called up Kevin Lau, a bit of a wunderkind in the classical world, but a newbie to ballet composition.
This collaboration was something that at first took a little bit of getting used to. But then I quickly realized when we began working together that a lot of the decisions actually gave a new idea to the story that I hadn't expected before.
For Guillaume Coté, this is it. Only days to wrap up what he's been dreaming of for years.
I'm feeling a lot more excited at this point. I feel like we have something good. We have a really good production. I hope I'm seen as someone who will take risks, because I feel like that's, there's two different fields. There's entertainment and there's art. And I feel like our responsibility as artists is to take risks.
And you catch him.
And with those words, he takes the biggest risk of all, leaving The Little Prince in the hands of the ballet critics and the audience. Sumanac-Johnson, CBC News, Toronto.